Was born in 1914 in Wales. He was a sickly child, but excelled in reading and writing. He published a book of poems, and he came to America when he was 35 years old doing an American tour, where he quickly became the American imagination. This poem is a ruse to his father in order to get back to his once militant self because he had become old and sickly.
Dylan Thomas's Do Not Go Gentle Into That Good Night. Do not go gentle into that good night. Old age should burn and rave at close of day. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Though wise men at their end know dark is right, because their words had forked no lightning, they do not go gentle into that good night. Good men, the last way by, crying how bright their frail deeds might have danced in a green bay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. Wild men who coughed and sang the sun in flight, and learned too late they grieved it on its way. Do not go gentle into that good night. Grave men, near death, who see with blinding sight, blind eyes could blaze like meteors and be gay. Rage, rage against the dying of the light. And you, my father, there on the sad height, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray. Do not go gentle into that good night. Rage, rage against the dying of the light.
Dylan Thomas's Do Not Go Gently Into That Good Night is a poem of anger and despair about death. In analyzing the poem, it was not written by the dying man, but by the son who was about to be left behind. Death often brings with it a profound gratitude for life, but also brings a feeling of desolation and loneliness. Which in the Bible marked out Christ's successful experience of what it was fully like to be human. The real terror in death, for those dying and for those left behind, is loneliness. This poem was written by Dylan Thomas while he was on a train to go see his dying father, clearly emphasized in the poem.
The form is the villanelle. It has a rhyme scheme alternating between night and day. Good night is used as a metaphor and a pun in this poem. It is used as a metaphor, good night, referring to the death of his father. Dying of the light is also a metaphor. In line 2, the words, old age should burn and rave, is a combination of metonymy and personification. Close of the day is a metaphor. Burn in that same line is used metaphorically as is dark in line 4. These are both metaphors regarding death. In line 5, their words have forked no lightning. It's metaphorical.
Alright, line 8, their frail deeds may have danced in the green bay, employs personification and metaphor. Line 10, wild men who sang in flight, is exaggeration and metaphor. Line 11, they grieved along the way, is also exaggeration and metaphor. Line 13, grave, is a pun. Blind spot is an oxymoron. Line 14, blind eyes could blaze like meteors, is a simile. Line 17, curse, bless me now with your fierce tears, I pray, is a paradox.